So we have ICT risk sitting as a subset of operational risk, and we have third-party risk, which sort of spans a little bit of operational risk and also third-party risk. So for us at MGL, we report both areas, so in an aggregate with all of our other third parties at the ManCo through the third-party risk, and then we have a separate dedicated section for ICT risk under operational risk. ICT risk for us, as I think for a lot of the ManCos in Lux, is split in two. So one is the controls that we deliver locally in Luxembourg, where we need to have a look at our own business functions, how they rely on IT, and all the flow down of information and assessments. And the other side is overseeing our ICT providers. So most of us will have outsourced the majority of our IT to our groups, which is the same in our case. And although we have various stages and we have better integration than if it was a third party, we still have a formal oversight function to make sure that we manage the risk associated with the services they provide to us. I think the majority of focus will remain on basically maturing the processes that we put in place, either to meet DORA or previous regulations. And they largely fall into two buckets. One where we are not completely finished in our implementations, so where we perhaps prioritise things that support critical important functions, and we have to pick up the rest for non-criticals or anything else. The other bucket is where we put a tactical implementation in place for DORA because of the deadline, and now we need to revisit it. We need to make it more strategic, so something that's sustainable, hopefully less manual in most cases. And the other big consideration for us in 2025 is the EU AI Act and how we go about implementing it. So I think everyone knows the basics, and obviously it's principle-based, so we have some freedom in how it's implemented. But the AI controls are largely within the ICT control framework already. So now for us at an entity level, it will be understanding how they're implemented at the group level, how that applies to us, understanding the use cases that apply to us, and then looking down the pipeline, because we see very rapid adoption, particularly by our ICT suppliers. And we need to have a formal way to govern that to make sure the entity remains aware of what's in use and that it's within our risk tolerance.